Hey guys, it's Shannon here. If you know me, I make crochet tutorials on YouTube. I've been doing that for a year now and I absolutely love it. I see all your remake versions of the things I create and it just warms my heart. Apart from crocheting, I've always been interested in knitting as well. So I decided to learn how to knit by knitting my first crop top. My main purpose here is to learn some techniques in knitting. I'm thinking a V-neck, so I can learn how to decrease. And there's also going to be a ribbing, because that's the basics. So before I actually got on YouTube and watched tutorials, I only knew the knit stitch. I found a tutorial on a sweater that has a ribbing and a V-neck, so I started with that. This is one side of the shoulder. This is what I need the decrease for. I knew knitting projects are stretchy, but I don't think I cast on enough stitches, so the top is going to be a little tight. When I was on the other shoulder, I decided to do a few rows with a different color so I can learn how to change color as well. So I'm doing that and the decrease at the same time. This is knit stitch I'm doing. I think I learned this stitch at around 8 or 9 years old from my babysitter. She used to knit like coats, pants, and purses, all these crazy things now that I think about it. I'm alternating between one row of knit stitch and one row of purl stitch to create this classic pattern called stockinette. So I finished this color changing section. It looks pretty good. So far I can only do like row to row. I don't know how to do that like in the middle of the row yet, but I'm pretty sure it will just be as easy and that I can figure it out when time comes. I used a different yarn for the back panel. This yarn is softer and I just want to know how it feels to knit with it. I'm doing a long tail cast on. It's something that I just learned. Apparently casting on with this method is going to make your work really stretchy. Then I started the ribbing. It's a combination of knit and purl stitches, so still those 2 stitches, just knit 1 stitch and purl 1 stitch in each row. And after the ribbing, I'm gonna do the stockinette pattern again for the main part of the top, which is knit 1 row and purl 1 row. So for the back panel, I changed to a different yarn. I feel like for crocheting, different yarns feel pretty similar on the hook, but when it comes to knitting, the difference is pretty obvious. So for the back panel, I made holes. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I learned how to make holes because I was getting lazy. I was thinking to skip a few stitches so it works up faster, but it turns out amazing. I'm so happy I did that. So basically, you're just gonna cast off these stitches and then continue working, finish this row, come back, and then cast on the same number of stitches and then continue knitting. So now I've got my front panel and my back panel. I'm gonna sew them up together. So I finished both panels and I decided to use the wrong side of the top just because I like the look. I'm using a crochet hook to join the panels. I'm making single crochets to create this inside out look. I didn't weave in the ends because I think it matches the inside out look. I still find knitting intimidating, but I've definitely gained some confidence from this experience. If you always wanted to knit, I hope after watching this video, you can see how easy it actually is to knit and start knitting your dream projects. Do you already know how to knit? What do you think about knitting versus crocheting? Which one do you think is easier? Drop a comment below and let us know. Thank you for watching. Bye!